Hello beautiful souls, it's Karen at Soul Magic 99 here, and today we've got a pick a pile reading, and this reading is called Remember the Time, a past life that you and your twin flame experienced together. Okay, so I'm going to split this into two videos because there's a lot here, and focus on two piles in each video. So video 1 will have pile 1 and 2. And video 2 will have pile 3 and 4. Okay, so we'll start with video 1 for pile 1 and 2. Hello video 1. So this video is Remember the Time, a past life that you and your twin flame experienced. So pile 1 or pile 2. Okay, so while you pick your pile, thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing and commenting. I'm doing a giveaway once I get to 1,000 subscribers, which would be 2 decks given to 2 people, a deck each I mean, and these are decks I've designed myself, so I'll put a link in the shop and you'll be able to see what sort of decks I've got there. And so if you could like, share, subscribe, comment, that will enter you into the competition. Okay, so many thanks. So we'll get started with pile 1. Hello pile 1, so you chose this beautiful crystal. So let's have a look, see where we're going in the past. So we've got Orphan here. And we've got the energies as Pluto. So Pluto is associated with the Roman god Pluto, who ruled the underworld. And he carries a lot of important human experiences. All the big ones like life, death, rebirth and sex. And also issues of power and control, as well as finding personal freedom from confining mindsets. Okay, so one of you was an orphan. So we have open like the lotus, flowering spirit, revelation, maturity. So I feel during that lifetime, one or both of you actually awakened to spirit at that time. So let's get the additional message for you. The lotus is being its most potentialized self. We humans often stop at certain points upon the opening process and feel and grow comfortable there because we have received cultural and societal approval to stay there and go no further. But your full potential lies in continual expansion. So much the continual expansion of the physical self. For we all grow old. This is the transitory nature of physical existence. But we expand in the soulful self. We keep opening our minds, expanding our hearts, extending our spirit, and unfurling the petals of consciousness. So I do feel in that lifetime, one or both of you was opening your consciousness at that time, okay? We've also got Aurora Garden, beginning, initiate, origin. So let's get the additional message for you. In this sacred place, you are invited to dwell a while, to talk of your deep dreams, to hear music that will open your heart and allow your mind to expand, until you feel the constraints of personality giving way to the call of the soul. Within this space, you are encouraged to begin again, to be as a child within the world when you return, to have a response that is clear and open and wise, in the way an adult has forgotten to be. When we begin again, when we go back to the very essence of who we are, we can then walk in the world and speak the truth, perceive what there is, know the intent of others, and make choices that guide us in the direction of spirit. There's an infinite invitation to the initiation of this temporary temple, a place of light and sound. You will be reminded of who you truly are. So I feel in this lifetime, possibly because of your start in life as an orphan, okay, one of you or both of you maybe, you did go within, you did find your spiritual centre at this time. So what else have we got? The healing temple, restoration, cure, safety. So I do feel that you found that place. You had to find that inner place to go within to restore yourself. It was the beginning of a journey into healing, your physical, mental, emotional or spiritual healing. This adventure takes place because of a chance meeting where you're introduced to a person, a place or a philosophy that can create a pathway for you to immerse yourself in the restorative process before you. This healing has links to the ancient methods used in the temples of long ago, where light and sound were interwoven within pure spaces to rework and remove the structures within the body. Your own personal healing journey is beginning, and you will be met, guided and cared for as you move through this process. There is a place of great safety and calm for you to return to, where the vibration is loving and pure, focused and high, and you will respond to the care, the energy and the complete immersion into a healing environment. But first you must enter, and the guardian of the temple has opened their arms to welcome you. So yeah, one or both of you received a really good healing during this lifetime, okay? You went within, you did your inner healing work. So what sort of connection did you have with each other? So we have love, new love. So yeah, there was this instant attraction when you met, okay? You did have that feeling that this was a person you could love. But maybe one of you or both of you had an ex, and this complicated things slightly in this connection. But the lessons were always there to love yourself first before you can invite this true love in. So what other lessons were there on your journey? So we've got missing you, wanting to meet up. So the feminine aspect in this connection wanted to have a proper relationship, not just a physical relationship, but the masculine wasn't ready at that time when you first met this new love. So you both had to work on loving yourself and releasing any ex-partners, that would sort of interrupt the connection. And you were both missing and wanting each other, and you may not have been in contact for some time in this connection, and nobody knew what was going on at this time, okay? So I feel this was, from this image, I do feel this was in like Victorian times. Sorry, I should have said that, Victorian times. And again, why have you left me like this? Some people are getting angry. This brought up a lot of anger, okay, unresolved issues for some. But the fire wouldn't go out, the connection, the desires, the lustful feelings for each other, the craving of the physical release, the physical contact for each other, it just wouldn't go away, basically. And you had your sacred union, you had that union, that unconditional love, the flames of passion forever, two hearts, two souls as one. So you worked through your issues, and maybe this was, all this inner work, the inner healing that was happening, and Pluto was overseeing all this and helping you to work through these issues at that time. But it was a process, okay? It wasn't an instant thing, it was a process. Angel of Balance. So yeah, again, I think there was assistance here from the angels, the angelic realm, to help you both balance your energies within yourself, the masculine and the feminine, the light, the dark, that we all have within us, to enable this connection to move forward. And yeah, there were storms, there were difficult times that you overcome, okay? And you did overcome that to reunite, to get together. But there was some turbulent times, and you only overcame that because you did the inner work. One or both of you was doing the inner work. I feel it was both of you at this time. And you worked on your own self-esteem, your self-love, each of you working on that separately to enable to come into each other equally balanced, of that self-love for the self. So what tarot messages have we got here? So possibly your twin flame was a fire sign. Got the King of Wands here, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You know, this is someone who's very passionate, very driven, very action orientated. And there was a lot of sleepless nights over this connection, you know, a lot of heartbreak, depression, anxiety. And people had to go within, you know, to work on their own spiritual self. And then there came the realisation of the truth. You know, the truth needed to be spoken, the realisation of what was the truth in this connection, what was everything going on between you. And there was, you know, financial times, you know, hardships, you know, difficult times, you know, overcoming these financial obstacles in order to be together. But you can see there's the growth there. So the financial situation improved. And then we have the wheel of the year, the Wheel of Fortune. So once everyone had done their work and financial stability was in place, everyone was, you know, the masculine and feminine were doing the self-love, and they came in balance with their positive and their negative energies, and then the wheel could turn in your favour. And then we have this reconnection, you know, because you may have met when you were children, possibly in that lifetime, and you have this reconnection. See if there's another message. And we have the Lovers. So you did become lovers in that lifetime. You did become lovers. So what sexual energies do you have for each other here? So again, this masculine energy, he looks very stern. Maybe he was into threesomes. Maybe, you know, he did have another person when you met him, and you didn't really want to get involved in that. And that's why there was a lot of soul searching and working on the self-love to build up your self-esteem. But then, you know, he did come forward, and he did want to be with you, just you. And he realised how much you meant to him. You see the way he's gazing lovingly at her there. And he just found the shape of your body enticing, the scent of your skin, you know, the curves, your hair, the shape of your neck, your booty. He just found everything really desirable about you. And he had memories of those times when you were together. He relived those times when you had some love making and you were making love. And when you weren't together intimately, he missed you very much, and he was thinking about that a lot. And then when you did get together, you started to dominate him, but he enjoyed that. He enjoyed that variety in the bedroom. So in this connection, you were soulmates, and you were connected, okay? So very much connected in this lifetime. So there are your messages, pile 1. Hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you next time. Hello, pile 2. So you chose this crystal. So let's have a look at your past life. So we have wisdom here. It's a beautiful unicorn. And the energies were fire. Fiery connection here. So this is linked to a past life in Atlantis. So this connection goes all the way back to Atlantis, or maybe before, but this lifetime is about Atlantis. So we have the awakening here. So everybody that lived in Atlantis was very awakened, very spiritual. You know, they were very balanced in the masculine and feminine energies. And we've got merman and mermaid here. So possibly you lived within the water at that time. There were creatures that lived in the water, and there were creatures that lived on the land, or people, shall I say. And you've got this connection here. You were a couple. You were a powerful couple there. And both of you had connections to the temple. You know, there was a lot of work done with crystals back in those times. The crystals were used for healing as they are today. They were used to teach children, you know, to pass on messages telepathically to the children. And I feel that you had that affinity and connection to the crystals and the temple. Yeah, you had that knowing, that inner knowing to unlock the sacred secrets. You were a crystal keeper, and your person was a guardian. He was a protector of the land, a protector of the secrets. Okay? When babies were born in the Golden Age, crystals from the home planet materialised beside them. Because all humans go through the veil of amnesia incarnation, people were unable to remember their stellar origins. However, when they held their birth crystals, they made an unconscious connection with home and felt a sense of peace and comfort that helped them during their time on Earth. If you draw this card, you're guided to strengthen your connection with home, which may mean meditating on your stellar origins. Alternatively, you may suggest you explore your background and ancestral heritage. You may even need to put down more roots to enhance your feeling of belonging, which you can do by meeting new people, deepening friendships, or developing interests locally. So yeah, back in the time of Atlantis, people would incarnate from many different planets and many different star systems, and many of us on the planet today are star seeds. And you can check on this in your natal chart. If you have a natal chart done online, there's many places that do it for free. And they can tell you some of your origins, your home planets. Even if you've ever had that feeling that you don't belong here, you feel so different, this could be a sign that you're a star seed. And when these beings incarnated on Earth, as it said, they were given a crystal of home, and then they could connect to their home planet, okay? So back in the day, you were possibly both from different planets and chose to incarnate into Atlantis at that time. Clairvoyance. All the Atlanteans of the Golden Age were clairvoyant, for their third eyes were fully open. They could see the invisible realms, the angels, the spirit guides, the unicorns, and nature spirits. They communicated with animals and plants. Because they could all see auras and their intuition was finely honed, they were aware of the feelings and energies of everyone around them. This awareness promoted compassion and caring, and also because nothing could be hidden, everyone was open, truthful, and honest. There are many ways of seeing with your inner vision. You may be psychically see pictures on your inner screen. You may sense or you may know. It is time to develop your third eye and trust your intuition. So those of you that resonate with this reading, this pile, you know, you may have these gifts that you've not discovered within you yet, that you've had, you know, you've just not realised it, because if you had a lifetime in Atlantis, you were a very advanced spiritual being, and you would have had all these gifts, okay? So, you know, do some research and look into it for yourself. So what love connections? Well, it was true love. So, yes, it was true love for you back then. And again, a past life relationship. There was that past life connection even then. And, you know, obviously, it was the one. You know, it was the one. You had that connection. You know, you're drawn to each other in this lifetime. It says you're a mermaid, a merman. but possibly you had other lifetimes on your other home origin planets, which you could look into. Okay, so what happened on your twin flame journey? So you had time apart and you had time back together. You just couldn't resist each other, and you just always, one of you got back in touch. You would have passionate nights of sexual passion, but emotionally your person wasn't open up, wasn't connecting to you. And you felt broken-hearted, but your person was not ready to open up about his feelings. It got too much. Other people interfered. Other relationships got in the way, like friends, family, work situations, outside influences, basically. But you both did the work, the healing of an inner child, nurturing and forgiving each other and the other person. Okay, so you could move forward in that connection. The world. So basically, this connection, you felt very whole in this connection. You felt like the world was your oyster, that you could do anything together. I mean, we've got 2 and 9, we've got 11. This twin flame connection was everything to you both. The temple path. So obviously at that time you were very, very spiritual people, very connected, as I say, to the crystals, and very psychically aware. And life was wonderful then. I mean, we've got the 11 again, so we've got 11, so definite twin flame connection here. And, there was plenty for everybody, and money wasn't used. It was just an exchange and a barter system back then. But there was plenty because everybody knew how to manifest, and there was plenty for everybody. And everybody shared, no person had more than another. Everybody had equal shares. And your connection opened you up to spirit, both of you. You had that divine connection. You had that 5D connection. You could communicate telepathically. A lot of people could back then. But it was because you had that high divine love. It was a very special connection that you had. So what tarot do we have here? So yeah, we've got the Hermit. So there was time, you both spent time alone and apart to work on your inner guidance, your intuition, your inner knowing, that self-love, that self-worth. And justice was done in your favour because you did the spiritual work. And new beginnings came in, new beginnings. And there was truth here. There was truth between you, and you saw things from that higher perspective. And then we got the Emperor and the Empress. So this was truly a divine, beautiful divine connection here. I can't say no more than that. So what was your sexual connection like? So basically he was like your knight in shining armour. You just wanted him to whisk you away and ravage you somewhere, basically. And maybe you if you're the feminine, if you was the feminine then, you lived in a all-female place. It was just very feminine energies around you. So you didn't sort of mix with a lot of the men, especially the man was a guardian. So you may not have been able to mix easily at that time. That's what I feel. And you was missing him. You was sad and missing your person. But then you had that new beginning together somehow. You both did the work and you was able to come back together. and move fearlessly forward. You thought your masculine was very handsome and strong and powerful, and he was everything to you. You know, you felt he was like a king, and maybe you weren't quite as powerful as him, but he saw you as an equal. But he did like to dominate you in the bedroom. And yeah, he loved your ass. Yeah, so he liked to slap on your ass at times. So let's get a final message from this connection. Let's see. Final message here. Passion. A magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you. Enjoy. So yeah, this was a very, very passionate connection. I can feel that, you know, very passionate, you know, full of love and full of spirituality. Okay, pile 2. So I hope that resonated for you. Please like, share, subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you next time. As I say, pile 3 and 4 will be on the next video. Okay, take care for now. Blessings.